you know, my girlfriend with my fiance, Selena, say I'm like an Indian girl with my plaits. She keep on kissing them like, oh, you like a little Indian girl. Like she did them. Selena crazy. I mean, that girl, she is so crazy. I think she attracted to girls. I'm like, you like girls? She's like, I mean, yes, I mean, girls will always find other girls attractive, but you look like a girl. You look like an Indian girl. I'm like, she's like, you my Indian girl. I'm like, I'm not a girl. She's like, well, you know what I mean. You're my Indian baby. I'm your girlfriend. I'm the girl. I'm like, yeah, let's get that right. All right, so my fiance is getting my daughter dressed and feeding my daughter and talking to her mother. So I'm gonna finish this story and then I'm gonna, get on to the movie set. So I had to go see Madison Pitt. So when I was done with Selena and fucked her and put her to sleep, I went to go see Madison Pitts at a hotel room. So, I was like, I thought you was gonna be gone. I mean, don't you gotta, go back to whatever state you was at? We don't start filming until like a couple weeks. So she like, yeah, I know, but I mean, they said I could stay here and fill the place out, a little while. So I'm like, oh, okay. So she like, so David, I'm like, what? She's like, I mean, are you still up for sex? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like fucking her brains out. I'm turning her ass up. Like, I'm fucking the shit out of Madison Pitts. Madison Pitts is pretty. She thick as shit. Like, she bad. She bad as shit. I ain't looking at the fact she was a little ass girl. Like, she grown now. She like 20 years old now. So it's like, I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking the shit out of her. And when I was done, she was laying on my chest or whatever and kissing on me and playing with my hair. And my phone was ringing. It was Demi Lovato and, Joey and all them calling me. Selena wasn't calling me. She was asleep. So I just remember I picked my phone up and it was Demi. So I'm like, hey, Demi, what's up? So she was like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm chilling with my fiance. She's like, did you get in trouble? I'm like, no, baby. She's like, I'm so sorry again that I did that. I was just so worried about you while you wasn't here, and I was just waiting for you, and you didn't show. So I was getting scared, like you just got what you wanted out of me, and hey, that's it. Like I'm like, well, when I fucked you the first time, if that was the case, I wouldn't have fucked you again. So she like, yeah, that's true. She's like, can I tell you something? I'm like, what? So she was like, she was like, my family, like my mom and them, been stressing me to come back to like finish doing all this other shit. And I was like, how about I just finish up the shows here in this state? And then, because I got like total of 5 shows here, and then I'll be here for like maybe 2 weeks if I stay here and do the shows. So they like, why you want to stay in that state so bad? Why do you want to stay there so bad? I thought you was only there for one day. Now you're talking about you want to stay 2 weeks. Like, what's going on? What's holding you there? And I was just like, I just want to really finish up the shows here because you know, if I finish up half of the shows and then I gotta come back and like do the shows that I should have just did while I was here, that would make no sense. I might as well just do all the shows at once. So they was like, all right, but it still sounds kind of fishy why you want to stay there. I mean, you don't want to give us the real reason why you want to stay there. So I was just like, no, I want to stay here because of work. It's not because of anybody particular. It's just work. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what you told your mother and them. She's like, yeah, I don't want them all in my love life. So she was like, are you coming back to beat it up? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back to beat it up. You gonna have them drawers on? She's like, I always have, I don't know. I just wear any type of drawers. What'd you like? I'm like, you know what I like. She's like, okay. She's like, well, hurry up, David. I'm like, all right. She's like, because my friends come in here being nosy. So I'm like, she's like, and please don't have me waiting. I'm begging you. So I'm like, all right. So she's like, sir. So I'm like, okay, baby. So I get on the phone with her. She's like, so I just remember Madison Pitt's boyfriend's calling her up, and she's like, calling her to ask her how she's doing. And Madison like, I'm fine. So he like, you alright? So she's like, yeah, I'm okay. So he like, okay, so why haven't you been answering my phone calls? I was calling you literally all damn day. What have you been doing so damn she was like, well, he was like, what have you been doing so damn much that you can't answer my phone calls? You've been that busy? Like, I know you ain't been that busy where you can't pick up my phone calls. Like, what's up? So she like, I have been that busy and I have been taking care of business, and that's why I haven't been picking up your phone calls. And like I said before, I really can't talk right now. I am in the middle of something. I'll call you when I have time on my hands, okay? So she hang up the phone and I'm like, this my pussy. You hear me? She like, yeah. So she like looking at me. She's like, do you want me to leave and go back out of town where my boyfriend at? Because that's where I was at. I was like, no, you gonna stay here. She's like, and do what? Wait for you to fuck me? I'm like, yeah. She was like, okay. I'm like, you gonna stay here? She's like, yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, I'll find things to do. And when you want to meet up with me, then it's okay. I mean, we are shooting a movie together. So the more time we spend together, the more time we can get into our characters. And it won't be like all awkward in front of the video camera. So I'll stay here. I'm like, you sure? She's like, mm-hmm. Is it okay if I come to the movie set where you're filming your movie at, the other movie you're doing right now? I'm like, yeah, she's actually coming today. So I'm like, yeah, if you want to. She was like, okay, I'll be there. So I'm like, okay. She was like, I can't wait to see you in action. I'm like, I can't wait to see your thick ass even. She's like, you want me to wear another skirt? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, I got a lot of skirts. I'm like, you do? She's like, mm-hmm. She's like, good thing I brought some luggage here with me. I was starting not to, but I was like, let me bring some just in case something like this happens. So I'm like, oh, you knew it was going to happen. She's like, kind of, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So all I remember is I'm like, damn, girl, Madison, you so damn thick. I got to fuck you again. So I fucked the shit out of Madison again and tore her ass. I mean, I really tore her ass up. So my phone rang and I'm thinking it's like Joey King or Demi. So it was Christina Aguilera. So I'm like, hello. So she's like, yeah, man, speak to David. I'm like, yeah, who is this? She's like, Christina Aguilera. I'm like, what's up? Hey, how you get my number? She's like, I got it from Demi. She gave it to me. I thought I was kind of being rude the last time we talked, and I just want to apologize for how I've been acting. I actually am coming to that city. I'm like, oh my goodness, all you celebrity girls is coming to this city. So she's like, yeah, I'm actually, I have a show out there. So I just wanted to just say that I'm sorry. I might want to say it in person. I'm like, are you married or do you got a boyfriend? She's like, I was married. I'm divorced. I'm like, okay, you got any kids? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. She's like, but she's like, I mean, I don't think my, personal life has to do with this conversation. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So she like, okay, so I mean, I'm sorry for how I was acting the last time you met up with me on the phone. I was kind of rude, but I was like going through something. That's why I was kind of ignorant on the phone. So I apologize for that. So I was like, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm actually doing something right now. So I'll just call you back. So she's like, well, wait a minute. I mean, when I come into town, is it okay if we grab a bite to eat and like sit down and talk? Because I'm the type of person that I really want to let the person know if I'm sorry about something, I want to do it in person, not just over the phone. So I'm like, you want to say you sorry to me in person? She's like, yeah, just get something to eat. I already told Demi that all I'm doing is just getting some lunch with you and that's it. So I'm like, so Demi already knows? So she's like, yeah, Demi knows. So I'm like, okay, all right. So what time will this be? So she's like, well, it'll be in a few hours. So I guess I'll call you. I'm like, well, I'm going to be filming because I'm doing a movie. So she's like, well, okay. So what time are you actually done filming your movie? Like, what's the times? I'm like, well, I'll be done around like 4, 5 o'clock in the evening. So she's like, okay, that's perfect. And we can go out to dinner. I'm like, okay, so that sounds like a date. She's like, it sounds like a date. I'm like, all right, well, I'll talk to you in a few hours. Okay, Christine? She's like, okay, see you later. So, all I remember is this. I'm like, Demi said that she was okay with this shit. So all I remember is I called Demi up. So I called Demi, and Demi was like, "Hello, baby, what's up?" I'm like, Christina Aguilera just called me and said that you were okay with me going out with her, like out to eat. She's like, "Yeah, David, I'm okay with that because she did feel really bad about, treating you like bad on the phone and talking to you really ignorant. So she really just want to talk to you and just like tell you that she's sorry in person. She really don't like doing shit over the phone, but she's the type of girl to like she likes to show you her apology." So I'm like, okay. She's like, and I told her that I'm your girlfriend. I told her. I'm like, oh, you told her? She's like, yes. She knows that we are doing sexual shit. So I'm like, okay. So she was like, she's not gonna come on to you, so don't worry about that. I'm like, all right. She's like, if she do, you let me know and I'll bury that bitch. I'm like, all right. She's like, come on, David, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm coming. She's like, you spent all this time talking to me and you could have been over here fucking the shit out of me. So I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. So she's like, okay. So I'm like, all right. I get off the phone. I just remember, man, I had to leave from Madison House and I went to go pick some things up and I ran into these two pretty ass white girls. They were some thick little white girls. They were about 18 years old. You could tell they were like fresh out of high school. And they was like on their summer break or whatever. And they all looking at me like, he is so cute. So I got their numbers. They gave both of them gave me their numbers. And they was texting me right away. Two pretty ass white girls. So they was texting me right away, and they was like, we can meet wherever you want and just chill, whatever you want to do. And I told them I was filming a movie, and when I'm done, I'll come and see, both of them. So they was like, well, one of the girls called me up. She was like, well, I mean, I was just with her. She was my friend, but you can meet up with me after you're done filming your movie and we can just come over. You can go over to my house. Nobody bees at my house. Like, I'm always all alone. So, and I don't have any brothers or sisters. So you had nothing to worry about. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, so you can come over here and definitely we can do whatever you want. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to give you a call as soon as I'm done with this movie. She's like, okay, that sounds like a plan. So I'm like, what's your name? She was like, well, what do you want to call me? I mean, I don't really like my name too much. I'm like, I'm going to call you Pretty White Girl. She's like, oh, call me that. I don't care. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, yeah, that can be my nickname, Pretty White Girl. Okay. So I get off the phone with her and I go straight to see Demi. I fuck the shit out of Demi. Fuck her brains out. Then I fuck the shit out of Joey King again. And then I was like, all right, now I got to go back home. So I go back home and Selena Gomez is still asleep. Yes, she's not awoke. She's not pacing back and forth. She was still asleep. And I got in the bed and I laid down and I set my phone down. My phone was going off. Like, they were texting me like crazy, but I was like, I'm getting some sleep. So Demi was texting me a lot saying that she missed me and she loves me and that dick was amazing. She just was texting all sexual shit. So was Joey, Madison, the pretty white girls. All of them was texting me. There was a lot of girls texting my damn phone. Like, they still texting me right the fuck now. So yeah, they was texting me. And I was just asleep, with Selena on my fucking chest, and I was just knocked the fuck out. And I was just like, I'll deal with that, in a few hours. So I was like, because if I deal with it now, I'm never going to fucking get any sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just never going to fucking go to sleep. So I might as well just deal with this shit now and get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do it, when you say you let me just answer one text messages, then you end up answering all of them and then you be texting back and forth. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm just going to get some rest and just go ahead and just deal with it when I get the fuck up. And that's what I did. And it was a lot of fucking text messages and videos, sexual videos. It was a lot of shit. So I'm getting off here. I'm going to the movie set. And I'm going to tell you everything that happened with the movie set, my date with Christina Aguilera, with the pretty white girl, all of it. So y'all get ready for that. Deuces.